What's the biggest conspiracy theory that you believe in? Is it the moon landing, JFK, or 9/11? Well, for me, it's mattresses! Just think about it. You're driving through the suburbs and you see a mattress firm and another mattress firm. You look across the street and it's Denver Mattress. And then a Mattress Kingdom. And the parking lot's desolate. Always. And the internet has decided that there's only one logical explanation. Money laundering. I mean, it makes sense, right? How else does a business pay $15,000 in rent and only have to have one guy inside, some bored employee playing Clash Royale? The theory's perfect. It's logical, it's cynical, but the truth is much stranger than money laundering. The reason there are 14,000 mattress shops in America is a combination of a misunderstanding of how humans shop, a loophole in the laws of competition, and a profit margin that is going to make Apple weep. Today, we're not just buying a bed, we're waking up to how the retail economy actually works. Before we hop into why there's so many mattress stores in America, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell icon right next to it so you don't miss out on any new videos coming out from Amazing Videos. So now, to assess why there are so many empty parking lots in America, let's look at unit economics. Retail is a volume game. Think of a grocery store. They have to sell thousands of items to thousands of people every single day, and their profit margins are only 1 or 2%. But mattresses are the exact opposite. Let's use an analogy. Let's say that car dealerships work the same way as a mattress store. And let's say we're using a Toyota Camry, which costs about $25,000. Now, Toyota makes a decent profit on that $25,000. But what if they had the same margins as a mattress? Well, it would cost over $100,000. A $3,000 mattress costs about $250 to manufacture. That's more than 1,000% of markup. This changes the physics of the business. They don't need foot traffic. They don't need a big crowd. All they need to do is sell 2 beds a day to be profitable. If they're selling 3, they're crushing it. Those parking lots aren't a sign of failure. They're a sign of extreme efficiency. Their product doesn't rot like fruit or go obsolete like an iPhone. Their only overhead is electricity and some guy named Dave. But high margins attract competition. So what's to stop you from just going down the street to get a better deal? They use a weapon called product obfuscation. If you want to buy a PS5, let's say, you check Amazon, Best Buy, Walmart, and you buy the cheapest one. It's the same barcode, same box, perfect deal. But that's what economists called perfect information. And mattress manufacturers hate perfect information. So they destroyed it. All right, we're gonna send in our field reporter, Jack, in to Mattress Firm and Denver Mattress to see what it's all about.
I'll keep you guys updated.
Big manufacturers make the exact same mattresses, but they label them under different exclusive SKUs for each different chain they sell at. At Mattress Firm, they have the Sealy Posturepedic Cooper Mountain. And you could go to the next store right down the block. You could go to Denver Mattress and they will sell the Sealy Posturepedic Smithfield. And are they any different? Well, maybe on the outside they have a little bit of a different covering or a little bit of a different topper, but on the insides, they are completely the same. The reason they do this is to kill price matching. If you walk into store A and say, oh, I found the same exact mattress at store B, could you price match it? They will look you dead in the eye and say, no, this isn't the same mattress. This here is the Smithfield. It has a 600 linen count where you could go right to the other store and you will end up with a completely different mattress, even though it is the same exact product in reality. Their whole strategy is they don't let you compare apples to apples. Instead, you're forced to compare apples to oranges, because even though on the insides, the Smithfield and the Cooper Mountain are exactly the same, they are on paper different products. And so when you walk into that door, you're walking into a local monopoly.
So we get it. The margins are high and the prices are confusing, but we still haven't answered the main visual question. Why are they all clustered together? This is explained by a concept from game theory called Hotelling's law. Imagine a beach is 1 mile long. You want to sell ice cream. If you're the only seller, you stand right in the middle to minimize walking distance for everyone. But then a competitor shows up. Ideally, socially, the best thing to do is for you to take the left side and for him to take the right. Everyone walks the minimum distance. But businesses aren't social workers. Your competitor realizes that if he moves slightly towards the middle, he keeps his side, plus he steals some of your customers. So you move slightly towards him and steal some of his, and then he moves, and then you move. And where do you end up? Back to back in the dead center. It's annoying for the customer, but it's the Nash equilibrium for the sellers. Neither can improve their position by moving. That's why you see a Burger King next to a McDonald's. They're fighting over the geographic center of the customer base. But in the mattress wars, it gets even crazier. So why do we see two mattress firms literally across the street from each other all the time? I mean, Hotelling's law explains competitors, but why would a company compete against itself? Well, the answer is that they didn't used to be the same company. In the 2010s, Mattress Firm went on an acquisition rampage. They bought Sleepy's, Mattress Giant, Sleep Train. Suddenly, they owned thousands of leases. And you might be thinking, close the redundant stores. But most rental leases are 10 to 20 years, and it costs a fortune to cancel one. So they did the math, and it turns out that it's actually cheaper to just keep both stores open, even if they do cannibalize each other. Because think of it more like a defensive moat, where they're physically occupying the prime real estate where competitors could come in, blocking them all out. It's not just a mattress business, it's a real estate holding strategy. They rely on a simple fact. You're an amateur and they're professionals. You buy a bed, every 10 years? They sell them every day. They know all the psychological triggers to make sure that you open your wallet. So, are mattress stores a conspiracy? Yes, but it's not criminals washing their dirty money. It's a conspiracy about price obfuscation, game theory, and real estate dominance. The next time you see 3 mattress stores on just one block, don't think of it as a mob front. Just think of it as a monument to the weird, invisible forces of economics that build our cities. And seriously, next time, just buy your bed online.